I'm just a normal German who wants to find out, are the British people proud to be British? I notice on the internet lately that a lot of British people hate the UK flag. They say it's far right. I have no idea why. That's usually only something that happens in Germany. We Germans, we don't show the German flag as much, only for soccer or for sports. But what about British people? To find out more, I got this video asking English people if they are proud to be British. So let's find out together. Let's go.
This is my country. It's the best country in the world.
What's to be proud of?
Oh, good God, no. No, I hate England. This place sucks.
You just can't. There's just nothing like to be proud of anymore.
The country is taking a bit of a turn politically, so I don't think I'm proud in that sense.
Spent quite a lot of time marching against fascism, and I'm just disappointed to find myself here again.
Okay, why?
No, not that much. Well,
I think with all the political climate at the moment, it's a bit tricky.
No, not really. I wouldn't say. Nah.
Are you proud to be British?
Absolutely. But that's quite a loaded question in today's climate, and I think there are lots of things that, make us should be proud to be British, and that includes being sort of multicultural. That's a big part of being British.
No, not really. I wouldn't say. Nah. I've never felt particularly nationalistic or proud.
Now, you don't need to be nationalistic to feel proud. I mean, you can feel proud about the inventions, about the history. Although there are dark parts, you can still be proud of the bright parts.
I don't really care, because I don't really feel like I don't have that much in common with like people from like London or like proper South, so why would I be proud?
Not really, no. It's not at the minute, it's just a bit shit, innit? Yeah.
No, not that much. Well,
Oh, God, no. Oh, good God, no. No, I fucking hate England. This place sucks. The majority of people that I've met in England that are English, no, not all of them, obviously, you can't speak for everyone ever, but there's a good proportion of them that are just horrible people. The government sucks, the weather's awful, the job market's terrible, we get paid terribly.
That's so weird. Why would you say that the majority of people is bad?
I mean, obviously the NHS now was really good, and now it's not being funded nearly enough, but when can it ever be funded enough? I don't know. No, I'm not particularly proud to be British. And we've got awful stereotypes for the rest of the world. I mean, we're the most obnoxious twats when it comes to holidays, and it's just horrible. We refuse to learn other people's languages, and it's
not really
disgusting. No, I'd rather be French.
Of course I am.
What?
Why is that?
Because I was born here. This is my country. It's the best country in the world.
That depends what you mean by proud, really. I feel lucky to have been born here. I've had an interesting life. I don't think it's particularly...
That's true. A lot of Germans and also British people don't understand how privileged they are for being born there. I'm happy to be in Germany. I'm happy that I grew up in Germany. I'm happy that I went to a German school. Most other people don't experience such a life. I'm not the richest man, but I live in safety. I'm not hungry. That's it. What else do I want? This makes me very angry to see people who are not thankful for their circumstances. Be grateful for what you have.
Be better than anywhere else. You know, people are just people wherever you go. We don't have particularly horrible weather or poisonous animals.
That's true.
But I'm not sure what you mean. What's to be proud of? I didn't, it just happened to
History,
me. I can't take any
the people.
responsibility for it.
no. How can you? Yeah. I think in this day and age, and even just you just can't. There's just nothing like to be proud of anymore. In this day and age, in the way that people are taking out the flag out of context, it's just people are just ruining it for themselves, and even the protests.
Wait, am I wrong, or is her face darker than her hands? Is this fashion in the UK? Is it normal there?
That were going on in Piccadilly, the fighting. I was just you're not even fighting for your country. You're just being knobs.
Yeah. It's scary, what's going on at the moment, I can't lie. But yeah, I wish it was 2012 London Olympics, that sort of community, that was when everybody was together. That was good, that was Britain, but now it's just scary, everything that's going on.
People believe everything that they see online, and it's terrifying.
I'm not British, but I've lived here for 13 years. Some cultural things that I enjoy, and things that I'm from Denmark, so being part of a bigger country, see more diversity and things like that, and I think that's really important.
Yeah.
And it'd be hard for me to go back to Denmark because there's only 6 million people, so it's
Really? Only 6 million people in Denmark? I thought there would be 20 million, but 6 million, that's almost nothing.
there's just like more happening and more going on. But I understand why people may not feel proud.
Yeah.
I understand.
For me, like in those zones of like diverse areas and stuff, that's what makes me proud to be here. But it's not everywhere, is it?
Yeah, I guess so. Pride's a different difficult thing. I kind of feel very much part of a community, so I don't get all this stuff about Europe and so on, because I can be British and European. Pride, a sense of place, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, when I say proud for being something, it doesn't mean that you should think that you are better than someone else. No, being proud of something means that you are proud of the historic facts, proud of your ancestors, proud of inventions. For example, if you had a grandfather who saved thousands of people, are you proud? I would be proud. I mean, that's my grandfather. It doesn't mean that I think that I'm better than other people. No, I'm just proud of my grandfather.
Belief in tolerance, yeah, definitely that, and I think we can do that quite well. But it depends what you mean by pride. It tips over into kind of isolationism, populism, it tips over into nationalist attitudes.
Does it?
None of that bullshit.
I think in an Olympics kind of way. I think with all the political climate at the moment, it's a bit tricky to say that. I'm not really a fan of the Union Jacks and what they represent now. I think we should go back to what they meant when Ginger Spice was advertising them. I think that was a better meaning.
That's something I noticed, that a lot of British people hate the UK flag for some reason. They say it's right wing, but why exactly? I mean, it's just a UK flag. Germans don't like to show their flag, and it's kind of understandable, considering the past. But what happened to the UK? I remember a time when the flag was still very popular, but now people hate it for some reason. Can please someone write in the comment section what happened?
For them personally.
Yeah, I agree. I think like if you asked me like years ago, I probably would have said yes, but I think with everything going on at the minute, with like reform coming in or all of that, just personally, it's not what I stand for, and I think the country is taking a bit of a turn politically. So I don't think.
I have no idea about British politics. I don't even know the political parties, so that's why I'm a bit quiet in those parts.
I'm proud in that sense.
Yeah, the political landscape, is quite horrific at the minute.
I'd say the royal paedophile that was arrested earlier today is a pretty big one. Yeah. Probably it, isn't it?
Which one?
Mental to me. I don't get it.
I guess they grew up in a generation where it's sort of just after the war and it's instilled in you, whereas, I don't know, we've got so much information available all the time that it's quite easy to get disillusioned with the idea of being British now.
I think they lived in a different time though, where like people were like fighting for our country, but like, and I'd say like people like the ones at the protests would think that they're fighting for a country, but all they're actually doing is dividing us even more.
Things that I think we should be ashamed.
I noticed something, that the older people, they are kind of proud. I'm not saying that they think that they are better, but the younger people, they don't feel proud. And it seems like they hate the UK. Maybe hate is a big word. Just a dislike for the UK. Like, for example, that one man who said that he doesn't like the majority of people who live there. That's some very serious words.
Ashamed of, really.
And what sort of things have they been?
Oh, slavery and such like. People that want to vote for Nigel Farage, that sort of shit. Spent quite a lot of time marching against fascism and things. And I'm just disappointed to find myself here again.
I just know Nigel Farage was for the Brexit, so I don't like him.
Being around with young people makes me feel better because they seem to have more fucking common sense than a lot of my generation. I hope it's going to get better, but I have a horrible feeling it'll get worse first.
Cliche, but there should just be space for everyone. And if you aren't bothering anyone, what's the problem? Like, why are you so pressed about it?
Yeah.
You know, why are you pressed about how people live their lives when it doesn't affect you? It's just a bit annoying.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I mean, the government's not great. I mean, let's just get someone from the Wythenshawe streets to fix the country. I mean, when you look at who is in Parliament, they shouldn't be in Parliament. And I mean that. They definitely should reevaluate and just get normal people. No, I'm very posh. No idea how much bread is. Listen, let's just give it someone who knows the streets, who knows the world.
I think a lot of young people are turning towards like the reform and conservative side, just because I feel like
Nigel Farage, for example, he's very much trying to act like he's one of the people, and I personally myself don't.
I think it's a bit of a scary time at the moment. Like, earlier today we literally had an incident at the bus where this man approached us and said, you look like a lefty. Like,
people switch, and I hope people actually realise that what they're reading isn't true and that a lot of it's just like scaremongering, but I think people are just too naive to they can't think critically in any way, shape or form, and it's embarrassing.
Yeah, we've done a fair amount of travelling, and we do find sometimes that there is always a bit of an expectation that we're going to be the lager outside in the corner. People are always quite pleasantly surprised to find that there's more to it. So yes, we've done a bit of damage over the years with our travel reputation and all-inclusives, but yeah, it's not always the case.
Larry Brits on holiday, stag do's in Prague, that kind of thing, and that doesn't give us a great impression, football hooliganism. But actually,
I don't know. I have never heard something bad about British tourists. I mean, I heard bad stuff about German tourists and also Russian tourists and Americans, but the British? Not really. I mean, how bad can it be?
There's a lot of good behaviour as well. So you see people going to support football, and it's loud, but it's a lot of fun, and there's no sense of danger.
That's everyone.
Sometimes we're not great at assimilating a local culture. You know, we're too busy looking for baked beans and chips and not comfortable trying out different cultures, I would say.
The actual communities in places, I think there's a lot of bad news online, but actually when you connect with real people, you actually find out there's lots of good in the world, and it's sort of when communities come together to help each other out, that's what I think is something that's really proud to be British.
Quite a lot of Manchester's history makes me proud, and Manchester is in Britain, so
I think the music's really good for me. We've got great music, especially in North. So the music does make me proud to be British, but again, I don't get particularly nationalistic about it. I just think it's a good thing we're good at,
Comedy, I like British comedy quite a lot. I think the sitcoms are really good and the stand-up scene's really nice. But again, it's similar. It's not because it's British, it's just because I like that. I like the art of it.
The old conversation is, what's your favourite food? Indian, Chinese, is it Italian? British food. I don't think you can beat British food. I've never met anyone that goes, I don't like a Sunday dinner. Never met anyone that, but I've met people who don't like Chinese food. I've met people who can't eat a hot curry, do you know what I mean? So the food, I want to say the weather. It's
promising today.
It's all right. I don't think there's anywhere in the UK that's as beautiful as the UK hillside when we've got nice weather.
I do think the Olympics, they make me proud for the country. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think I'm proud in terms of sports, when England play in the World Cup.
It's the same in Germany. The Germans are mostly proud when it's about soccer or maybe the Olympics, and that's it. Only in those cases do they take the German flag out.
Obviously I'll be cheering them on, and in terms of music we have loads of great artists like Harry Styles and everyone, so I'm proud in that sense. But
like Adele as well.
Yeah,
we've got so much musical talent, like the Beatles as well.
So I agree. Yeah, I think creatively we're a great country, music, art, fashion, but everything else, no. I
feel artists and creatively Olivia Dean blowing up at the moment, going to it.
That was interesting, and I think the self-hate was a bit too much. It's very strange seeing British people, young people hating their own country, hating their own culture, saying the majority of the other British people are bad. I am very thankful for the people of the UK. From the start, they support Ukraine. From military to humanitarian, they support from day one. So seeing them hating themselves makes me kind of feel bad. What do you think? Can you be proud to be British? Are you proud for the history, for the culture, or not? Write it in the comment section, I will check it out, I read everything. If you liked my video, please give me a like and a follow, and I will see you later. Alligator, auf Wiedersehen, bye bye.